Hey man, say man, y'all already know it is the big boss hog, boss dog, K-Paul through the door, here to talk this boxing, fuck my soliloquy. Remember, tough times don't last, good people do, don't off yourself. Call them in the hotline, remember you matter, peak game, 84s on West Wing. Y'all know what this is. We clutched that. You know, we're talking about that boxing. Before I get into the main entree, the main dish, gotta introduce our second host, future Hall of Famer, legend. Salute to all our soldiers. Thank y'all for your service. Brody on the hustle, aka Coach B. Let them know how you doing, man.
Hey, what it is, folks, just like K-Po said, we clutched up, we clutched out. Y'all know we here to talk about. We here to talk about that boxing, man. Y'all know what I'm finna tell y'all next. Hey, God wake y'all up. He put breath in y'all body. Everything else is extra. Get up, do you, take care of the fam. With that being said, I'm finna toss it back to K-Po. Let's go ahead, continue the show, and let's let them know how we flow.
So go to the next topic. The fight. The fight I'm excited about. Very, very excited. This could be a main event by itself. Devin Haney versus Brian Norman Jr. Coach, who you got and why?
I've been waiting on this one. I've been waiting on this one. Like I said, we talked about this topic before, but like I say what I say, and then I go back and do research. Mm. I was tempted to call Brian Norman a one trick pony, but I went way back. This dude actually got some boxing in his skill set, and now that I know that, and now that I've seen that, Devin Haney in trouble. Devin Haney is in trouble. I went back and I watched some fights. Brian Norman Jr. He knows what he's doing in the pocket, and he knows how to get himself from being in certain positions to where he can't capitalize to being inside of the pocket. I've seen him in some of these fights lure his opponents into thinking it was okay to box from the outside, and before you knew it, Brian Norman found himself in the pocket attacking viciously and putting his opponents on the ground. And it's no disrespect to Devin Haney. I don't know what you're coming with, brother. I don't know if you're gonna be that Devin Haney that fought Regis Prograde, the Devin Haney that fought Lomachenko, the Devin Haney that just fought his last fight, the Devin Haney that was in the ring. I don't know what you're coming with, brother. I don't know what you're coming with, and I hope you're coming with that old school mentality, that masterclass boxer like Capo mentioned. I hope you're coming with that, at least that. Because if you not, what Capo say, body bag and toe tag, you're gonna be up out of it. And Brian Norman Jr., like I said, I had to go back and watch because I'm like, I don't understand how a guy is able to be this vicious in the pocket with no type of outside boxing skill set. So I went way back to a little bit of the amateurs, back when he had his first professional fight. The dude has some boxing in his background. He's boxing his way to the inside. He's luring opponents to allowing him to fight on the inside. That's not by mistake. That's training. That's skill set. That's fundamentals. That's fundamentals. That's literacy of the sport. And like I say, if Devin Haney don't come with that thunder, with that hoorah, if he don't come with that, we finna look at him go to sleep in a vicious way. He's not getting up 3-4 times in this one. I promise you. He's not getting up 3-4 times in this one. Like I said, I was gonna wait till 2026 to throw caution to the wind, but forget it. I already picked Teofimo Lopez. Guess what? I'm picking Brian Norman Jr. I'm going with all the underdogs supposed. I'm picking Brian Norman Jr. to do away with Devin Haney. Eighth round, ninth round, somewhere up in there. TKO, KO, either one. I don't care. If Devin Haney doesn't get in there and reestablish himself as the elite masterclass performer we all gave him credit for, well, y'all gave him credit for. I didn't. I see him as an okay, decent boxer. But if he don't do that, and let it be known, if he don't have nothing for Brian Norman to respect, it's gonna be a long night. And like I say, I've seen some of the videos, I've seen some of the trainings that he's been going through for this fight. I've seen some of the fight camp, and he's giving me mixed vibes. Cause some videos Devin Haney looked fast, he looked strong, he looked prepared. And then when he get on other apparatuses like the heavy bag or the double end bag, it's like, bro, what are you doing? Your stance is too wide. Your hands too low. Oh, there go that bow and arrow. That's all I need to see. That lets me know it's trouble in the water. It's blood in the water already, and the sharks ain't even got let loose to swim yet. So at the same time, like I say, forget caution. I'm throwing it to the wind. I'm going with Brian Norman Jr. in this fight by TKO or KO by the eighth or ninth round. If disclaimer, if Devin Haney hasn't reinvented his wheel, reinvented himself, and he's gonna come in there with that old school mentality and show us that he's still that masterclass elite boxer. But I'm done with that, Capo.
Man, every day I think about this fight. I see where it's, excuse me, I see where it's David Haney can win, and I slide to the left, David Haney. Then I look at Brian Norman, I slide over there. And as I really analyze this matchup, both of these guys, their styles could pose an issue for each other, right? And what I mean is the movement of Devin Haney, right? Like you mentioned, Coach, he come in, he elusive, he sharp, he crispy, he hard to hit. Devin Haney could box circles around Brian Norman. But if Devin Haney is that Devin Haney we seen in there with Jose Ramirez, is this thing on? Body bag and toe tag.
Oh man.
Ain't no getting up, ain't no rising up like the Undertaker. You gonna be down. You gonna be asleep, right? And from based on what I'm seeing a little bit of nervousness from the Haneys. So I think Brian Norman, he look confident, he feel confident, he talking confident with that southern slang. I know he from Atlanta. You know how them boys in Atlanta get down. But, I don't get that vibe from Brian Norman, but you never know. You never know. But all I'm saying at the end of the day, I got B Norman, man. I say by knockout. I think Brian Norman, that power, he gonna get to Devin Haney. I think that Devin Haney is that bow and arrow jail, it's gonna cost him. That's what I believe. One thing Brian Norman Sr. said that a lot of people overlook, he said, I was a fighter once. I know what to do when my fighter gets in trouble. I know how to make adjustments. So it comes down to the corner. And when I look at Bill Haney and his adjustments and what he be saying to Devin Haney, I'm sorry. That ain't gonna work against no dude who really can fight. That ain't gonna work against no coach that got that mentality and that mindset and that IQ himself. So, like I said before, I got B Norman body bagging, toe tagging Devin Haney and sending him to the gulag. Back down under. Right? That's what it boils down to. Coach, you got anything else?
Nah, man, I'm just excited to be back. I feel like it's been a minute, man. We got the live jumping, but I like coming over here on Clutch Factory and chopping it up. But that's it for me. That's it for me, boss.
Man, we done talked about everything on this podcast, man. Y'all continue to support us. I told you this is the genesis, this is the beginning. Continue to support us on this journey. We continue to evolve, continue to grow, continue to like, comment, hate, and subscribe. Continue to tell your mama, your grandma, your auntie, you know what I mean, your dog, everything about Clutch Factory. Cause we gonna be here, man. We coming down in the slab. We switching lanes. We popping truck. We gripping grain. You know what I mean? And be careful, cause we might leave a stain. That's just what it is. But remember, we clutched up. We clutched up. You know what we're talking about. Boss, coach, we out of here.
Salute.